A great Friday afternoon to you. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, 802 Honda, all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Winter storm warning is in effect for all of the state of Vermont. A Velco weather hazards alert is in effect. This will last through Saturday evening. Currently we have snow moving in, and the back edge of the more steadier snows is starting to show up here, generally moving across portions of central New York or west central New York and the eastern end of Lake Ontario. This is going to last probably with the most intense portion of the snowfall continuing until probably at the early to mid-evening hours. This will start to becoming a little bit more scattered or kind of a wintry mix across the far southern areas. And this is the only real danger of wet snow loading is going to be closest to the Massachusetts border, where these warmer 32-degree temperatures are going to climb. This weather, by the way, is what we're going to see during the day tomorrow as it's going to scoot up because we have another system. This is sort of phase one or part one of the impulse. This is our next problem here, and some very juiced up moisture that's going to be heading like this, and what's going to be moving in as a impulse and problems for us. Let's take a look at some of the modeling, brand new. First of all, looking at the latest HRRR model, you can see the back end of the snow begin to work into the region. Keep your eyes over toward Ithaca, New York, and to the north of the Mohawk Valley. That will be the back edge. This is approximately 7 o'clock this evening. That's 8, 9, and finally 10 o'clock. Things going into a bit of a lull. Now, other models show a little bit of a wintry mix, and this will scoot in pretty quickly. And this is our next weather system, the one Phase 2 or Impulse 2, that's really going to bring us our glazing situation. Okay, looking at the HRRR experimental, the HRRR experimental, which goes out further in time. And this is about 1 in the morning, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning, 8, 9. Notice that it's changing to rain a little bit faster. Now let's explore why. Now, the HRRR and the European is a little bit more robust on warmer temperatures quicker. That could be a saving grace. So 34, 36 in Montpelier, 37 in Rutland, 37 in Burlington. This is valid at 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's roll that back a little bit. There's freezing. So we're still getting, at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, Saturday, we're still getting some mixed precipitation. But by the time we hit, say, 10 or 11 o'clock, most areas are starting to get out of it as temperatures make a rise. I'm not sure if this is incorrect. And looks like we have colder air that are also swinging in. Let's take a look at the latest European model. Here again, this is valid 1 o'clock this afternoon on Friday. And you can see the majority of the heaviest amount of precipitation is falling up through about 0Z, which is 7 o'clock in the evening. Watch what happens, though. Boom. It weakens considerably, begins to head east of our area. Precipitation begins to lighten up, and a little bit of mix starts to happen in the southern 4 counties. This is valid 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Then by 7 o'clock in the morning, you can see that generally along just a little bit east of the eastern part of the Champlain Valley, Route 7 corridor region, is still seeing some mixed precipitation types. However, it's relatively light. It switches over to rain. This is by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So in that time, this European model is forecasting this cold air damming location, roughly Lamoille County, parts of Washington County, mostly western Washington County, and then south Orange County. This would be the area that's most problematic. This is valid again at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Now this will be another 6-hour jump. And this is the European model for snow that now works back fairly quickly. And this is valid between 1 and probably closer to 7 o'clock in the evening. So rain will have scoured the cold air out. It'll switch over to snow. A rain to snow situation is not nearly so bad as ice, as we have cold air advection. And then this weather system gets out of town rather quickly. This is valid through 1 o'clock in the morning, from 7 o'clock in the evening, Saturday evening, to 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. And watch this. See ya. Okay, we're going to focus on glazing now. And this is glazing. This is up through 1 o'clock in the morning, so southern Vermont's going to start seeing a little bit of that glazing, and that includes all 4 counties. This is by 7 o'clock in the morning, so roughly between 1 a.m. and 7 a.m., that 6-hour period, we're going to start to accrue a little bit of glazing issues. This looks roughly along the spine of the Green Mountains, which may indicate that this is a little bit more of an elevation scenario. Some of the valleys may not see it as bad. But take a look at that. This is the bad period here. This is 7 in the morning, Saturday, through 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And for my eyes, I'm seeing basically closer to 1/3 of an inch in some of these locations here. This looks to be in northwestern Windham County, southwestern corner of Windsor County, and that extends in to parts of northern Vermont nearest the Green Mountains, and then it's pretty much shot out of a rocket. And the freezing rain aspect is out of here as everything's changed to rain by this time. Putting that together in terms of how much accumulation, this is the total accumulation for freezing rain based on the European model. In the near future here, from now on, we're going to start working with the WRF, the Velco WRF, Deep Thunder, as well as the HRRR model. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.